Are you tired of sending your resume out and just hearing crickets? Yeah, you're not alone. Today, we're going to hack the job hunt by taking a deep dive into Chapter 3 of Glenn Shubb's Life Actually. It's basically a playbook for Gen Z pros who are ready to finally conquer this modern job market. Okay, let's just get real for a minute. Shubb kicks things off with the truth that, let's be honest, probably feels a little too familiar. You're going to apply to way more jobs than you'll ever get a response from. But here's the thing you have to remember. That's not a reflection on you. It's just a feature of a system that's built to filter people out aggressively and automatically. But, and this is the important part, you are not powerless here. Shubb's whole argument is that the answer isn't to just apply harder, it's to apply smarter. So it's time to stop just feeding the machine and, start hacking it from the inside. So first up, let's really understand the battlefield we're on. The modern hiring process, it isn't personal. And getting your head around that is your first big strategic advantage. It's a system, pure and simple, designed to manage a huge, overwhelming flood of applicants. This really requires a massive shift in your mindset. Think about it. Hiring today is a numbers game that's built on top of a human judgment system. Most resumes, they get filtered out by a machine before a real person ever even lays eyes on them. So the key is to stop treating every single application like it's this high-stakes final exam. Instead, you've got to see it for what it is, a strategic input into a machine you're trying to outsmart. So how do we actually do that? Well, let's get into our first strategic play, hacking the application itself. It's time to transform that application from, a hopeful wish you're tossing out into the void into a targeted tool that's actually designed to beat the system. Oh, I love this quote from Shubb. Your resume is not a piece of abstract art. It's such a great reminder that in this world of AI scanners and recruiters who literally glance at a resume for maybe 6 seconds, clarity beats creativity. Every single time. Your goal isn't to create some kind of masterpiece, it's to be understood in an instant. And this just perfectly illustrates the difference between what he calls sloppy and strategic. That path on the left, sending out the same generic resume, rewriting it from scratch every time, that's just a one-way ticket to burnout. The strategic approach on the right, that's all about being efficient. You build one single strong core resume, and then you just slightly adjust the emphasis for each specific role. It is a total game changer. But, and this is a really critical piece of the puzzle, applications by themselves are just not enough. Shubbs lays out this 3-channel strategy. So applications, they give you volume. Networking gives the hiring manager context, right? A story behind the piece of paper. And referrals, well, they create trust. A referral from somebody who already works there makes you seem way less risky, which makes it a whole lot easier for them to say yes to you. Okay, so your strategy worked. You did it. You cut through all the noise and you landed the interview. The game has totally changed. So, now what? This, right here. This is the real unspoken question that's being asked behind all the official ones. It's not just about your skills anymore. It's about your presence. Can they actually imagine working with you day in and day out, especially when things get stressful? This is that moment where you go from being just a name on a page to a potential colleague. Shifting your whole perspective to see the interview as a performance review, well, it changes everything. The goal isn't just to get the answers right. It's really a test of your competence, your judgment, and your professionalism, all while you're under the pressure of a live performance for a job you don't even have yet. So, Shubb's interview strategy is this pretty simple 3-step framework. It's not just about what you've done, it's about how you talk about it. First, you show your competence with really clear, results-oriented examples. Then you demonstrate your judgment. How do you think on your feet when things go wrong? And finally, and this is so key, you demonstrate professionalism. You have to signal that you are a steady, easy-to-work-with person who isn't going to bring any drama to the team. All right, now for the final move. This is the thing that separates the really good candidates from the truly great ones, and it's what you do after you've already left the room. And remember, a great follow-up is not about desperately reminding them that you exist. It's a strategic move. It's your last chance to reinforce that professional impression you just worked so hard to build. It's that final, quiet signal that says, I'm thoughtful, I'm organized, and I'm going to be incredibly easy to work with. Okay, we have covered a ton of ground here. So let's boil all of this down into your brand new playbook for hacking the modern job hunt. So here they are, your new rules of engagement. Number 1,
Embrace the system. It's a numbers game, so stop taking the silence personally. Number 2, apply with efficiency. Tailor that strong core resume. Don't start from scratch every time. 3, go beyond the application. Use your network. 4, reframe the interview. It's not a test, it's your first performance review. And finally, number 5, signal professionalism at every single step of the way. Show them you're not just skilled, you're a steady hand they can actually rely on.
In the end, all of Shubb's advice really leaves us with this one final thought. Shifting from being a passive applicant who's just hoping to get discovered to being an active strategist who actually understands the system, that is the single most powerful move you can possibly make in your career search. So stop just applying, it's time to start strategizing.